Kessler alarm. Rhoda knows.
Look at him. As if he had all the time in the world.
I thank you for my life, Angie-san.
手を下げろ。船を通せ。すぐ乗るよ。はい。アンジンさん。
はい。
今船を出すのですか。
はい、キャプテンさん、キャストオフ。急ぎ。
はい。そこの者ども、一応守れ。
On the Winds of War. I mean, I was up late every night trying to get that movie done.
Yeah, I didn't see the Thornbirds, but of course, like I loved it when some of these retrospectives focused on Shogun and all the, because that was some great entertainment. I mean, Shogun was something you religiously wanted to get back to each night.
Yeah. Well, I bought my first color TV because of Shogun.
Did you?
The first night that it aired, it was a big deal even for us. It was on NBC, but it was a big deal even for us. And I was working at ABC, and I was living in a small apartment in Venice, and TV was my, I was about to say 9 to 5. It was really my like 8 to 8 job, my life was television. So I didn't want a big TV set that would be the focal point of my small apartment. So at the time I had a small 10-inch black and white TV, and if I wanted to watch TV, I would watch that. If I was home on Friday nights, I'd be watching the Rockford Files. Okay?
Makes sense given the time period we're discussing.
And then I was invited to a watch party of the first episode of Shogun, and it was on at a friend's place in Santa Monica, and he had a color TV, and I just was blown away by this show. So I think they had dark nights in between the nights it ran. I don't think it ran Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think it ran like Monday, Wednesday, that sort of thing. So I don't remember offhand, but I don't think it was always consecutive nights. So I asked Steve, my friend, so you having people over again? He goes, "Oh no, I have to work. I have this or that, and I'm like, "Oh my God, where am I going to go see this? I should have gone to work. I should have just gone into the studio. But I went to a J.C. Penney's in Fox Hills Mall, and I bought a
Was that where they shot Back to the Future? Were you at that mall?
Oh no, that mall was in Torrance. But I looked at Consumer Reports, and the color TV, I bought a 13-inch. I wanted still wanted to stay small. I bought a 13-inch J.C. Penney TV, which was really made by General Electric, but it had a better warranty because it was J.C. Penney. So I went and I bought that.
And
plunked down the credit card, took it home, got the rabbit ears and everything up, and was able to watch the rest of Shogun at home in my
mission
place.
Accomplished, buddy. It's I remember when we were kids. See, I didn't see it in its first run. I saw it in its second, but I remember it in its first run because everyone was talking on the playground the next day of episode 1 that a dude gets his head cut off.
Oh, yes.
Odore! Remono!
村地、家来どものところへ連れて行ってやれ。
はい。
That was a huge deal. So everyone was like, what? And uh, it was one of those things that everyone was talking about, and everyone. And I remember my grandmother being like, "Well, they recap it every night, but they don't recap that. They didn't show that again." But I remember thinking, like, "Wow!" I'm finally in the first run. I got to see it on Friday night because I could stay up late enough to see it. I was very young, but then when it came back around, I was like, "This is incredible. The whole thing is incredible. Like the blockade running, the intrigue.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
really well."
But
But yes,
anybody getting their head cut off. I remember as a
it
kid,
stunned
I was
people.
probably in
It
fifth
stunned people.
grade. I think I was probably in fifth grade, and we used to go to the movies every weekend when I was a kid. I still
Yeah.
have the movie going habit. And we saw um, Steve Reeves, the son or the slave, son of Spartacus. Okay.
Mm.
And somebody gets their head cut off in that movie. And we went back. We would go back to see the movie to watch the guy in the battle get his head cut off. And then you see a couple of people get their heads cut off in The Wind and the Lion, Milius's movie.
Yeah, you do. I mean, the staging is a little bit different because in Shogun, it's like it happens in the midst of a conversation and it's a little bit
Right.
more
Yeah.
jarring. In some of
Yeah.
these other, when there's a military layout, you can
Yeah.
expect.
Yeah.
But man, I'll tell you, that was the one thing on the playground. It was like,
Yeah.
you're never gonna believe it, man. This dude
Yeah.
gets his head cut off, and we were like,
Yeah.
what?
Hi there, everybody. Voice actor Roger Craig Smith here to talk to you about NMOSD. It can paralyze you, it can blind you, it can even kill you in a matter of minutes, but we are very close to a cure. And with that cure could come a cure for cancer. So please go to the Guthrie Jackson Foundation and donate today. Appreciate it.